Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, we will learn about the introduction of array. The learning objective of this video is that the student will know the difference between variable and array. And then the second objective is that the student know how to create and access array. This is the introduction of array. In the real problem, usually we have group of data rather than only single data. Therefore, in programming language, it must provide data storage for this group of data. The storage for group of data is often called as array. And then what is array? Array is a group of memory spaces which has single name and single data type. So it is a group of memory spaces. So I will illustrate with this a number of memory, and it will be considered as a group, and it will have name and a data type, suppose like integer, float, and other data type. And then the memory spaces must be defined when declaring array. So the number of this memory space should be defined when we are declaring the array. And then the memory spaces in array have indexes which help the programmer to access their values. So this memory will have index, and the index will start from 0. So this is index of 0, this is index of 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then array has characteristic which is the square bracket. We will see in the example about this. And then how to declare an array. So an array must contain name, data type, and then its size. So these three should be provided by the programmer when they are declare an array. And then the size can be explicitly or implicitly defined, just as these following examples. For the explicit definition of the size of an array, we can directly write like this. This is the array, and then the name of the array, and then this is the data type, and this one is the size of the array. However, we can write also implicitly by mention the data type and then the name of the array, and then here we do not provide any number which is the size of the array. However, we provide the data. This is the initial data of the array. So I will have 3 memory, and then the element of the memory will be 4, 5, and 6. So we can say that the size of the array will be 3. Okay, so here it will be 3. And then how to access an array. So to access specific memory spaces in array, the programmer can call the array following with the index. So we can see this example. Suppose we have array with the name of A, and then the data type is float, and this is the number or the value of the array. So we have 3 memory, and the value of the first element will be 0.1, the second element will be 0.4, and 0.6 for the third element. And then this array has the name of A and the data type of float, and then the index of the first element will be start from 0, and the next element will be 1 and 2. So if the size of the array is 3, then the maximum element will be 2. I'm sorry, the maximum index will be 2. So if we call cout like this, and then the name of the array following by the index, which is 2, so we will have this number will be print out to our monitor. And here we can see that we have this square bracket. This is also square bracket. So it means that this A is in array. So this is the characteristic of array, that it will be followed by a square bracket. And then we have these 3 examples, and we will discuss one by one what are the difference between them. So in the first example, this one we have B as array with the size of 5, and then we have the initial element or initial data of the B. So we have 5 memory space for this array. And then the next program, this one is we just declare the array of B with the size of 5, but we don't know what is the value inside of it. So the value will be default by the compiler. It may be 0 or it may be another value. And then this one, we declare the array of B, but we do not explicitly provide the size of the array, but we just put the initial value of the B. So we have 4, 2, 6, 7, and 6. What is the difference between the first and the third program is that we do not provide the size in the third program, and we provide the size in the first program. But actually, both the first program and the third program have the same memory status. So we have the same memory status for the B. And then how to put the value into our array? We can directly write down the value if we know what is the value, like this, or we just declare it first and then we insert the value later, just like this. So we can insert the value by indicating the index of the element of the array B, and then what is the value, using the assignment operation, just like this. So after executing this line, then all the program will have the same status of this array B. So this is 4, 2, 6, 7, and 6. Okay, and then what is the next operation is that we add the temp variable. So we have temp variable, this is temp, and then at first it will be 0, and then we add 0 plus b0. What is b0? b0 is 4, right? So this is the 0th element, first element, second element, third element, and fourth element. So what is b0? That is 4. So 0 plus 4 will be 4. So we will have this temp variable become 4. Okay? And then the next line is that we add the temp variable with b1. What is b1? b1 is 2 here. So 4 plus 2 will be 6. This will be 6. I'll make it bigger. The next step is 6. I mean the temp, which is 6, plus the b2. b2 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12. And then 12 plus b3. What is b3? B3 is 7. 12 plus 7 is 19. And then the last is 19 plus 6. This is 25. Right? And then the next line is we calculate the average. So we have this memory, which the name is average. I will make it short, AVG. And what is average? Average is temp, the variable temp, which is 25, divided by 5. So it will be 5 in decimal. So after that, it will print out the result of this average, which is 5. And the other program will do the same thing. So that's how to access the element or the value of array. So now I hope you can answer this quiz. The first question is, what things are needed when declaring an array? So the first thing is the data type. The data type can be any data type which is recognized by C++. And then the next is the name of the array, and the name should be followed the rule of the naming of variable in C++. And then the third is the size, which can be explicitly or implicit. And then the second question is that what is the index to access the sixth element of an array? So remember that the index of array will start from 0. Okay, it will start from 0. So suppose I have array which is 7. The size of the array is 7. So this is the first, this is the second element, third element, fourth, 5, 6, and 7 element. However, the index will be start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if we want to access the sixth element, it means that this element, so we have to mention the index, which is 5. So what is the index to access, which that is 5. Okay, we will see it in the next video.